Every single time you unlock your phone or open your laptop, a battle begins. It's invisible, but it's happening. Hundreds of the world's smartest, most well-funded companies are all fighting for one single thing. And I'm gonna bet it's not what you think. See, your first instinct might be to think, oh, they're after my wallet, right? They want me to buy something. And sure, that's part of the end game, but it's not their main objective, not by a long shot.
Okay, so if it's not money, then it's got to be your data, right? All your clicks, your likes, where you go. And yeah, they absolutely want that. But the data, that's just the ammunition they use to get to the real prize. That's it. That's the whole game. Your focus, your consciousness, those precious, finite moments you have each day to just pay attention to something. That has become the single most valuable and the most fiercely contested resource on the planet. So let's pull back the curtain on this invisible war that's being waged for your mind. We're going to break down the playbook, the exact strategies used by the biggest players in tech. Let's get into it. The entire system, the whole shebang, is built on a concept you've probably heard thrown around, but maybe not broken down like this. It's called the attention economy. The idea at its core is actually pretty simple. You see, unlike money, you can't just print more attention. We all only get 24 hours in a day. That scarcity, that limit, is exactly what makes your focus so incredibly valuable. For a lot of these companies, this isn't just a part of their business model. It is their business model. And here's the simple, almost brutal logic that powers this whole thing. Since your attention is a limited resource, whoever gets the most of it wins. Plain and simple. The more of your time they have, the more ads they can stick in front of your eyeballs. And in their world, more ads equals more money. That's why everything, and I mean everything, is designed to keep you there for just one more minute. So, how do they do it? How does this actually work in practice? Well, it's not some super complicated secret formula. In fact, it's kind of scary how straightforward the business model is once you see it laid out. And there you have it, the whole playbook in 3 simple steps. Every feature, every notification, every single design choice is laser focused on step 1, capture your attention. Because they know if they can just nail that first step, the other 2 basically take care of themselves. You know these tactics. You live with them every day. That endless scroll on your favorite feed that just never stops, that's not an accident. Those little red notification bubbles designed to create a psychological itch you just have to scratch. Totally intentional. And of course, the autoplay that seamlessly rolls you from one video to the next before you can even think, do I want to watch this? All of it is engineered for one purpose, to keep your eyes on the screen. And at the very heart of this entire system, you'll find the most powerful weapon ever created for capturing human focus, the recommendation algorithm. But it is so important that you understand what its real goal is. This right here, this is the fundamental conflict. You open an app to do something specific. Maybe you want to see what your friends are up to, or learn a new recipe, or just watch a funny video. Your goal is finite. The algorithm's goal, though, it's not to help you achieve yours. Its one single solitary purpose is to maximize the amount of time you spend on the platform, long after your original reason for being there is gone. Okay. So this brings us to a really important question. If our attention is the product that's being bought and sold, what's the actual cost to us, to the user? What's the hidden price tag on all this free stuff? And look, it's a fair question. You might be thinking, so what? So what if I spend an extra 10 minutes scrolling? Who does that really hurt? And the thing is, the effects are subtle, but man, do they add up over time. See, to keep us glued, the system has to constantly up the ante. The algorithms figure out really fast that shocking, emotional, or extreme content is the best way to keep us hooked. And over time, being exposed to that constant fire hose of stimulation can actually start to erode our ability to do deep, focused work. It can make us feel more anxious, more divided, and less present in our actual real lives. This is a pretty chilling way to put it, but it's dead on. In this new economy, your brain isn't the customer. It's part of the machinery. It's the raw material that's being mined and sold. But here's the most important part of this whole conversation. Understanding how all this works isn't supposed to make you feel powerless. It's supposed to do the exact opposite. It's about helping you recognize the incredible power you actually have. And that really brings us to the main takeaway here. Start thinking of your attention like it's money in your bank account. It's a currency.
You can let it get drained from you, a little bit at a time, without you even noticing, or you can make a conscious choice about where you want to invest it. And honestly, in this economy, learning how to make that choice deliberately might just be the most valuable skill you can build.
So that's the real question, the one I want to leave you with. Now that you know your focus is your most valuable asset, and you know that some of the biggest, smartest companies in the world are in a constant battle for it, where are you consciously going to choose to spend it today?